You asked, I'm answering. When is it okay to talk about the number of sexual partners that you've had on a date? Oh, God. Okay. Even on the first date, it's okay to talk about your ex. Talk about your kids if you have them. Talk about sex. Talk about religion and politics if that's an absolute passion of yours. And being on the same side of the fence is a must. But there's one thing that you should never talk about. Not on the first date, the fifth date, fifth year, or ever. And that's how many sexual partners you've had. No one wants to know that number, unless that number is 1. You're my first. Aside from that, no. Regardless if that number is 3 or 333. Your partner does not want to imagine you with someone else or feel sickened thinking about you naked and being fondled by another's hands. That said, you do want to get tested for STDs after each sexual partner so that you can go into the next bed knowing that regardless of how many partners you have had in your bed, you're clean. And at that point, it doesn't really matter how many have been there before. You also need to make sure that you have the conversation about STDs with the person who you're about to have sex with. If you're comfortable opening your legs, open your mouth. So what if the question comes up and you're asked directly, so how many partners have you had? Your response should be, that's not something I really like to talk about, nor is it something that I want to know about you. That's your response. Let me tell you the benefit of having multiple partners, though. Experience. Yeah, that's a really good thing. You're likely a better and more aware, maybe even experiential and experimental lover. That is, if you've been paying attention all of those many or few times. You've likely been more in tune with the subtle muscle clenches and sounds and natural body reactions. So you can tell exactly what and how much your partner is enjoying. It's tough to get that experience without doing the work, which if you've had multiple partners, you've done. So now let your partner enjoy the benefits of that hard work. They just don't need to know how much hard work it was. And guess what? If this last one is your final one, regardless of how many came before, the great news is that you chose them. That's right. You may have slept with the entire city, but you want this final one, and that's a big deal. After all, how can you make a choice if you don't and haven't had any options? So even if you know that the person you're with has slept with lots of people, don't feel bad. Don't feel dirty or gross. Instead, you've got to shift your perspective, or else you're only hurting yourself, feeling insecure, and maybe even harboring resentment and anger for someone. And that's not fair. So instead, think, you know what? He or she is choosing me. And that says something about me. So do whatever you have to do to make it okay in your mind, but don't sit there being angry. And if you can't deal with the fact that your partner has had other partners, then maybe you shouldn't be with them, because that's your own issue. It's not theirs. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please ask them below in the comment section. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Like this video and tweet about it. And if you do tweet, I am at Dating Laurel. You can follow me on Instagram, Laurel House. Go to my website, laurelhouse.com, where you can watch my other videos and learn about coaching with me one-on-one. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.